Hello, I'm Atujame and you're watching HornbillTV's Prime at 9. The Directorate of Economics and Statistics of Nagaland has released the cross-state domestic product of Nagaland 2021-22 as on July 30, 2022. Addressing a press conference on September 21 at the Directorate of Economics and Statistics in Kohima, the Directorate's Director Nidil Huangami said that real growth of the economy picked up from a negative growth of minus 2.63% witnessed in 2020 to 21 to 8.98% in 2021 to 22. The advanced estimates suggest that the growth of the state economy has surpassed the pre-pandemic average growth of 5.38%, that is 2011 to 12 to 2019 to 20. Despite the second wave of the pandemic that plagued the economy during the first quarter of the 2021 to 22. Nidil Huangami also said that over a period of 10 years, the per capita income of the state has increased from Rs 53,010 in 2011 to 12 to Rs 1,35,701 in 2021 to 22, according to advances estimates, achieving a compound annual growth rate of 9.86%.
Secondary sector shares. So from this table, 4.2.2 is being highlighted. The manufacturing sector is the core of the industrial sector. The contribution from manufacturing sector to GSVA was estimated at 1.62% only in 2021-22. Under manufacturing, the major production comes from manufacturers of woods and wood products, manufacture of furniture, manufacture of non-metallic materials, and the rest are spread over activities like grinding products, dairy products, weaving, apparel, coke, and refined petroleum, etc. 4.2.3. The sub-sector of electricity, gas, water supply, and other utility services is the least affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. During the pandemic year of 2021, whereas all the other sector of the economy, secondary sector, has fallen to a negative growth, the growth rate of the subsector is estimated to remain at 0.14%. During 2021-22, the subsector is estimated to grow at 9.43%, which has been reflected in Annexure 6. 4.2.4. In the construction subsector, the growth in the construction sector is estimated to pick up from minus 14.26% in 2021 to 8.15% in 2021-22, which is also been reflected in Annexure 6. In terms of construction sector contribution to GSVA, the construction share in GSVA was estimated at 6.04% in 2021-22, highlighted in table 1.5. Now we come to 4.3, tertiary sector, that is the last sector of the three sector. 4.3.1. The tertiary sector comprises of all economic activities that produces services. It includes trade, repairs, hotels and restaurants, transport, storage and communication, banking and insurance, real estate, ownership of dwelling, public administration and other services, etc. Over the years, the treasury sector has become the most robust sector, contributing 62.77% of GSVA in 2021-2022, seen in table 1.6 below. During 2021-22, the tertiary sector was estimated to grow at 8.86%, which is being reflected in table 1.6. So table 1.6 shows the contribution of the component of the tertiary sector to GSVA.
Charles Sen, additional director, also said that the real estate and ownership of dwellings is one of the subsectors that are assumed to be least affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. This is due to the fact that the number of dwellings during the year was expected to remain the same. During 2020 to 21, the gross value added of the subsector is estimated to have a negative growth of minus 2.75%. Nagaland heritage-based films has been released in Kohima during a graduation ceremony and induction of the 9-month diploma in school counseling on September 21st in Kohima. The films were released by Advisor for School Education and SCERT KT Sukhalu.
Our trailer is already there. We can watch for some time. Hello students. In this session, we will discuss about us, Nagas, and our stories of origin and migration. And the word Naga is derived from the Myanmarese word Naga, meaning people with pierced ears.
Dear students, today we shall person in the village belonged to a family. Every family belonged to a clan. Several clans would form a guild, and several guilds made a village.
The stone culture of the Nagas is something we share with a lot of people groups all over the world. This is known as megalithic culture. These stone monoliths are found in various shapes.
Addressing at the program, KT Sukhalu said many aspects of the Naga people's heritage, culture and traditions are not being fully documented. He asked the SCERT department to document it for students. He said students were often not fully aware of their culture and tradition. Therefore, screening the short films to the students should be done to infuse the feeling of pride in one's identity.
I've been observing many young boys and girls. They'd rather be, more Korean, more European, no American than being a Naga. It's best always to be yourself and be proud to be a Naga. No matter what community you come from, no matter what tribe you come from, unless you have a root, know how good a suit you wear, a dress that you wear, you may outshine the Americans or the Koreans. You will be a person without any root. So I would like to commend and congratulate the team who have made these short films covering a vast number of tribes, plus the various traditions and cultures that we have. We should be proud. And I have been abroad. I wouldn't say many countries, but they rather want to know about us. So always be proud, and through these films, not only the teachers, not only the teaching that you get, but through these videos, please, re-infuse that feeling of Naganess in your thought process.
Commissioner and Secretary for School Education and SCERT, K. Villanuangami, also said that Naga culture is their identity and a person who does not know his own cultural practices is ignorant. She said it is important to teach Naga children the knowledge of their state, cultural practices and history. She also said SCERT has come up with the Nagaland heritage textbooks which not only help children to learn the dialect and language, cultural practices and poems of different tribes, and with the release of the Nagaland heritage-based films, it would supplement what is in the textbook.
The saying goes, the strength of a tree is in its roots. When the roots are strong, the tree is strong. And we also know and we are also aware of the saying that our culture is our identity. And a person who does not know his culture, his history, practices, is an ignorant person. If we don't know about our past, our culture, our history, then we are considered ignorant. The NDP talks about curriculum, pedagogy, based on the knowledge of India. based on the knowledge of the state. And it is important that we teach our children the knowledge of the state, the cultural practices, the history, the past of the state to our children. And in this context, the SCRT has come up with these videos. In Nagaland, in our schools, we already have the Nagaland heritage textbooks, which are not only language or dialect textbooks for children to learn their dialects or their language, but they are also books which contains the practices, the cultural practices, the prose, poetry of the different dialects, the different tribes in the textbooks.
We'll take a short break. Keep watching. Reacting to the Manipur cabinet's decision to legalize alcohol production in the state, the leading anti-drugs organization, Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol, has demanded that the government roll back the decision. In a press conference at CADA's headquarters at Konung Mamang, Imphal East on Wednesday, the organization's General Secretary Gitchandra Manang said that the state government's decision will have lots of implications. Questioning the motive of the state, Gitchandra said the decision might have been a result of the state government trying to help a few rich people. The CADA has threatened to start agitations if the government fails to roll back its decision. The state's government reportedly took the decision on late Tuesday evening after a cabinet meeting.
This is very unfortunate that Manipur government is enacting the war on drugs, which is combating against drugs for the severe of our nation and for our youth. But beside this, the government has taken the resolution for lifting the ban of liquor. This is very unfortunate because on one side we are banning the drugs and one side we are lifting the alcohol, so that the people may understand using of drugs is prohibited, but we can take alcohol very easily. So this is one of the factors. So many of youth will increase of consuming alcohol. This is one of the factors.
In case government fail to hear on the goal of CADA, then what would be the future course of actions from CADA?
The future course of action we will not mention today. Yeah, we will let later, but we will consult with our family organizations and our component bodies, and we will definitely do the agitations as per the democratic form.
Do you hope that the other civil society, like-minded civil society, will also give support to
export what in which state they are exporting, in which country, and what was the quantity and what was the quantum of this liquor to be exported, and what will be the process of this legalization. Will they collect from the villages and took the samples and will they collect in one factory, or they will produce? And this kinds of what the methodology was not mentioned by the state government. So we are confusing what are they doing for this legalization.
Strongly reacting to the decision taken by the state government, anti-drug organization CADA today said the decision taken by the state government to legalize the alcohol in the state is totally out of sync with the state government policy on war on drugs. In a state like Manipur, according to CADA, the legalizing alcohol will have a lot of implications. This is Mubashir reporting for Hornbill TV from Imphal.
9 political parties of Assam, namely the Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India Marxist, Communist Party of India, Communist Party of India ML, Assam Jatiya Parishad, Jatiya Dal Assam, Rai Jor Dal, NCP and RJD convened a joint press conference on Wednesday in Guwahati. The press conference was convened to explain the common stand of the opposition parties on the issue of closure of government-run schools and the planned move of the BJP-led government in Assam for privatization of education.
আৰু আপোনালোকক আমি তেতিয়া কৈছিলোঁ যে এইখিনি শেষ হ'লে আমি সম্পূৰ্ণ এতিয়ালৈকে 9খন বিদ্যালয় 8খন বিদ্যালয় পৰিদৰ্শন কৰিলোঁ আৰু অসমৰ আটাইতকৈ ঐতিহ্যপূৰ্ণ পুৰণি আৰু বঢ়িয়া নেতা CPI দলৰ আপোনালোকে জানেই ৰঞ্জিত মহন্ত কংগ্ৰেছৰ প্ৰতিনিধিত্ব কৰিছে আৰু তেখেত CPM-ৰ আপোনালোকে জানে তাৰপিছত আমাৰ পৰেশ বৰুৱা NCP দলৰ আৰু আপোনালোকক মই আকৌ এবাৰ আদৰণি জনাই আমাৰ ক'বলগীয়া কথাকেইটামান আপোনালোকক
Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Shah on Wednesday said the Union Home Minister Amit Shah has agreed to extend the deadline for Bru resettlement, which is underway for the last 2 years in Tripura. Saha also said it was due to some problems pertaining to listing of eligible beneficiaries of the pact that the resettlement could not be ended in time. Dr. Saha was, however, optimistic that soon his government will achieve 100% mark.
The meeting regarding Bruriang this migrant. So we have already informed him and we have placed all the details of the Bruriang settlement, and moreover probably about 100% we are able to settle them in a very decent manner. So all these matters we have brought his notice and he has appreciated.
Was there any extension in the date?
Yeah, extension we have already asked that it should be extended because some of the families where their whereabouts are not properly informed till now. So we have asked them to extend the date.
Bye.
CM also met Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia at New Delhi and held discussion on the health sector of the state and demanded to open a dental college in the state. Then he informed the media the centre has sanctioned a dental college in Tripura.
Months it will take time.
Extension. There are some people who have gone outside for treatment. Some of them already have gone to Mizoram, most probably. And there are some people who have come to Agartala like that. So ultimately, very few people. So why not the doors should be remained open? So that we have asked.
So you have also met this Union Health Minister also.
Yeah.
So what are the issues you have discussed?
Specifically, I had gone to him for dental college.
Okay. So what did he say?
Within a short period, you will be glad to know that a dental college is going to be started here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Normal life was affected in Manipur after the National Revolutionary Front Manipur, a proscribed organization, called for a total shutdown in the state. Private institutions such as schools and colleges remained closed for the entire day. The main market, Kowai Rampan Ketel in Imphal, looked deserted. The three women's market, popularly called Imma markets, some of the busiest hubs in the city, looked deserted as no vendors turned up on Wednesday. However, hospitals and other essential services remained open. Vehicular movement in both the main national highways, the Imphal-Jiri line and the Imphal-Dimapur route experienced thinner traffic. Airport Road also experienced lower than normal vehicular movement. The NRFM called for a total shutdown, opposing the merger agreement signed between the state of Manipur and the Indian Union on September 21, 1948. Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma met his Mizoram counterpart Zoram Thanga at Assam House in Delhi on Wednesday to resolve the long-standing border issue between the two states. After the meeting, Sarma said the two state governments are in the process to form a regional committee to resolve the border disputes between Assam and Mizoram. Between the two CMs took place at Assam House in New Delhi. The meeting was slated to take place on Monday but was rescheduled as the Assam Chief Minister returned to Assam. In the previous meeting that took place between the officials of the two states, it was agreed to find a lasting solution for the border dispute. Prior to that, the two sides had met in August 2021 and decided to maintain peace along the border areas. The border dispute between Assam and Mizoram is a long-standing issue. Mizoram was part of Assam until 1972 when it was carved out of a union territory and it became a state in 1987. The two sides have been warring over entries in two colonial documents, namely Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation in 1875 and the Survey of India map in 1933. Sija Hospital and Research Institute performed a bilateral knee operation of an international patient for the first time in Manipur. Talking to media persons at Sija Hospital in Lampel, Imphal West, the hospital's chairman Dr. Palen Kongtonpam said that a 69-year-old patient from Myanmar underwent the bilateral knee replacement. Dr. Palin said this was the first bilateral knee replacement surgery in the hospital and the first in Manipur performed by the state's orthopedic surgeon. The surgery was performed by an orthopedics team at Shida led by Dr. Ipoyamia Puritsampam, consultant orthopedic surgeon SHRI. It was informed that as of today, Shida has treated over 2,500 patients from Myanmar.
The main purpose of our press conference is one patient from Mandalay was operated for bilateral knee replacement for the first time done by the Manipuri medical tourism. We have the advantage of location and we are treating the highest number of international patients in North India. Since the border crossing on 8th of August 2018, we have operated, not operation, we have treated more than 3,000 Myanmar patients, and out of which 350 operated, including kidney transplant, joint replacement, brain tumors, and many kidney stones and the gallbladder stones and the heart operation also. So this time we have done replacement of 2 knees. That's why it is significant. So we are having a very unique advantage in terms of human resource, in terms of locational advantage, and our hospitality nature. So we expect that Manipur, as such, will become the one of the medical tourism destinations globally.
In yet another case of uncooperated report of child snatchers roaming in Kachar district of Assam, thanks to social media, one person who was believed one such child snatcher was severely assaulted in Joypur under Kachar district of Assam. Today evening, a group of people later set the car on fire. The driver on one, Sahin Ahmed, has been rushed to the Silchar Medical College and Hospital. Owing to social media rumors, the district of Kachar is reeling from fear of child snatchers roaming about for the past few days. In Joypur, Sahin Ahmed had taken his passengers to be dropped off at Diwanti Estate and was returning when the incident happened. He was dragged out of his car and beaten badly by a group of youths. Police later reached to the spot and brought the situation under control. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.